Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Buddy 3000. We are back after a slight little hiatus from last week. I do apologize. Just had some family things going on, had to take care of, so we had to postpone so that this particular show could be grandiose and phantasmagoric or something at least. I don't know. But we are back. Today is gonna be a Bunny 3000 only show, basically. It doesn't look like the team's gonna be able to make it, but hey, there's been so much going on in gaming, and we've got so much here that we just can't contain it. You just can't contain it. It's your boy, Bunny 3000. I'm here for y'all as always. There's one thing you can always depend on. It's your boy. So, today we are actually going, and let me see if I can get my my vid going on here. Because honestly, what I was supposed to do last week, it was supposed to be a State of Decay spectacular.
Ready to go.
As a number of you know, State of Decay, Year 1 Survival Edition came out last week. So I'm going to put this over here. Here's a bit of the gameplay for you. And that weekend right before the game came out, I was treated to a great deal of content. The folks over there at Undead Labs are extremely generous. I'm very, very thankful. They gave me a lot of time to really dig into the game, play it for you guys. Let's see if I can make that a bit smaller. There we go. We'll put it like right here. A little bit smaller. And a lot of you guys got a chance to take a look at it early so that you could make your decision on what the game really consists of. And I got some pretty good feedback. It was actually pretty interesting. I actually got a chance to talk with the developers as well. One of the guys, Rangatang, I think his name was. I can't remember what his handle was, but he popped in for a while, to check out the gameplay, make certain there weren't any weird bugs going on and everything. And it was definitely a good time. I spent a good amount of time that weekend playing the game, and even something pretty what's the word I'm looking for? It was a little bit traumatic. Unless you guys already know about it, if you guys have bought it, you know about these details. But the State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition comes with a bit of bonuses, especially if you had the original game. It provides an additional, if you had the original game, it provides you with an all-new character. So let me see if I can pull that information up so I can let you know exactly what all it had. So, well, some of the things that it had, outside of the additional characters and such, if you played any of the DLC, you'll remember that the Lifeline DLC has military soldiers in it, and the Breakdown DLC is basically just the regular game itself, in I guess kind of like a horde mode, kind of high score, go as high as you can in levels and see how much you can, how long you can survive, kind of deal. And with breakdown, that is kind of enhanced because it allows you to unlock heroes. So as you meet all of these different challenges that are provided in breakdown, you unlock heroes that are additional survivors that you add to your community. So it helps you stay alive longer, I guess you could say. So they added that ability to unlock the military soldiers that you're able to play as in Lifeline as heroes in breakdown, which is very, very good because they'll come, of course, with very, very powerful assault weapons. They'll have some other skills and abilities and stuff that some of the little not mom pop, but some of the regular civilian characters that you find in breakdown just won't have. So in addition to those characters, they'll have some assault weapons that have underbarrel attachments like shotguns, grenade launchers. They'll even have additional melee weapons. So there's a lot more carnage that you can really get into with a lot of these newer weapons. And I'm not 100% certain if you'll be able to CC all of this in some of the gameplay, but some of the characters you might notice, or you might see me using some of the unique weaponry and everything. The guy I'm using right now, and well, not using right now, but in this vid right now, is doing a bit of searching and through some other stuff. I can't remember exactly what I was able to show in this vid, but I've got a couple of vids, so I'll let these run, and if I can remember what some of the content is, I'll let you know if some of the newer content is shown here on the side. So one of the other things that the year one survival edition gives you are these excellent supply drops. And in a game like this, these supply drops give you all kinds of unique weapons, a whole bunch of it'll give you like medicine or building supplies or something helpful. But of course, that comes at a price. Each one of these supply drops are loud, so it'll be broadcasting really, really loud that the supply drop is here, the supply drop is here. And of course, all that volume attracts a ton of zombies. So in order to get to these supply drops, you have to wade through hordes of zombies. And at times you'll have juggernauts or ferals or whatever, as well as a lot of bloaters that you'll have to take out. And of course, they'll keep coming until you get all of the content out of the supply drop. So I've actually gotten maybe 4 or 5 of these supply drops to date, and I will definitely say they are they're well stocked. They have unique weapons. Some of them have the underbarrel attachments. Some of them are like submachine guns. Some of them are like really, really powerful automatic grenade launchers that look like shotguns. That look like automatic shotguns, rather. Just all kind. Well, they'll have additional melee weapons, all kinds of stuff that you'll definitely want to get to when you play this. And these supply drops happen in all 3 modes, so it's not just it's not just in the main game, and it's not just in the DLC. It's throughout the actual gameplay. So it adds a new little element to it, helps you in the whole survival, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't make it unbalanced, because it definitely challenges you anytime you see it or hear about it. So Cleo supply drops, and I think there's even a backstory somehow, somewhere in the game that I haven't really explored or been able to determine yet, but they keep hinting at it as you play through the game and as you get these supply drops, that there is a backstory in terms of who's sending them. So it'll be interesting to see whether that's actually a part of a new part of the storyline, or whether they're intending to add more content to explain it, or whether the content's actually already in there. I might have to actually ask the Undead Labs crew myself just to see, because I'm kind of curious myself. Also, let's see if I can actually find the main email that does the real explanation of what State of Decay has. Well, definitely State of Decay has, as I was saying before, they have a new character that's a hero that you get just right off the top if you let's see, what is her name? Gurubani Kaur. If you had it before on the 360, then when you I guess import your save from your previous game, she becomes available as a hero instantly, and you have to go escort her back to your crew, and then boom, you've got her. And basically she has like a kick-ass sword. She has like really high really high, what is it, stamina, I guess. And so anytime she attacks or whatever, it takes very little stamina off for her, or cardio, that's what it is. She has very high cardio, so she can run really fast, really far, very nimble, has a great sword, great with edge weapons. She's just very good to have. And of course, when I was doing a review, I was using her, trying to see if I could show everybody how to take out a Juggernaut. And if you haven't seen this video or this review, you've got to go check it out. I know it kind of starts off slow because I talk about some of the new DLC and new features of the game, but at the very, not the very end, but probably the last like 2 minutes of the review, you'll see me go after the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut actually kills me at the very end of the video. So you get to see me do an epic fail right at the very end of the review, where I lose the exclusive character that you really only get once per game session. So I can get her back. I just have to start the game over, but I'm like 3 waves in or 3 levels in, so I'm definitely not doing that. So, yes, Gurbani Karur, very good character, very helpful, someone that you'll want to have, want to use. Also, I think if you like pre-ordered or something like this, oh no, you don't. That's not. I think that's just for everybody. They also have, I think it's like a little supply drop where they give you like an extra SUV that has like an extra gun, an extra melee weapon, and something in there that you can use like once every, I don't know if it's every level or every play session for all 3 game modes. But they give you just some extra stuff, and of course, like I just said, they have new SUVs, which basically has, the SUVs are a bit more reliable. They go a bit faster than the trucks. Of course, they hold more people. They can hold a decent amount of stuff, and they last a lot longer than a lot of the other vehicles. So the SUVs are definitely welcome. Also, let's see here. They have incendiary ammo also, where if you load it into a shotgun or something like that, that it essentially burns whatever it touches anytime you use it. So all you shotgun lovers out there will definitely love using that ammunition. So it brings I guess a new level to using a lot of the weaponry. I know I typically don't use a lot of the weaponry, but of course with all the juggernauts and ferals and all those other zombie types they keep throwing at you at just the wrong moment, it's always helpful to have something like that. Also, the composer Jesper Kidd, one of my favorite composers for a lot of the games out here. I think he's done games like the Hitman series. He's done Assassin's Creed. He's done a number of game soundtracks. He's done the soundtrack for the original game, and he added maybe they say here a good 30 minutes of new music to the actual game itself, and it kind of comes on at these intense moments where either a whole bunch of zombies are swarming that you didn't expect, or if there's one or more special zombies that are in the area that are coming after you that know that you're around, this new music will come on, and it definitely enhances the moment. So new music, community improvements, some of the actions like making snacks and ammo and everything that you were able to do on Lifeline, you can do now in the main game as well as in Breakdown. Going to other survivors, going to their bases right before they join your community, you can trade and build trust with them in a variety of new actions and everything. So they've added so much content. A game DVR for the Xbox One version, more achievements, more gamer score that you can use. They'll have challenges, rewards, individual rewards. Everything is remastered to 1080p. There's more animation. Like there's moments when, like, if your melee weapon breaks and you start attacking, a zombie, instead of like punching and that kind of stuff, they'll pull out like a little hand knife and they'll just hack at the zombie for a while until they're able to take it down. If they're able to take it down, it all depends on their fighting skill and everything. So State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition, I spent so many hours playing this, trying to get through various levels and everything. It's still just as hard, even with all these additions that they put on this game. So $30, and I know some people look at that $30 and they're kind of like, goodness, for a game that was really cheap on PC and on the 360 a while back, why is it so much? Well, as I said before, this version has all of the DLC. So it's got the main game, which you'll spend a lot of time playing. Breakdown, you'll spend dozens and dozens and dozens. 80 plus, even maybe even 100 plus hours if you're good on Breakdown alone. Lifeline, you could probably, a good play session for that might be maybe 20 hours or so. But you can definitely stretch it out if you like that particular game mode. It's not necessarily difficult to beat once you get the hang of it, but it's definitely hard and it's still fun. But again, I think most people will probably spend most of their time playing with Breakdown and trying to see how high of a level they can go before they lose all their survivors and all their heroes and everything. So it's worth it. It's worth the $30 if you're a good or a big zombie game fan. This is one of the best zombie games out there. It always has been. I don't think that'll change. It's got the whole third person view perspective, kind of like Mercenaries and Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront, the whole third person view kind of perspective. Not quite cover based like Gears of War in terms of third person perspective, but it's still that perspective or whatever. Very easy to catch on to how to do things. And a couple of tips. It's always good, especially in this game, to try to see if you can rank up each one of your community members, and in terms of fighting, shooting, wits, cardio, and so forth. So I noticed one thing that a lot of I guess veteran players were doing that's really good to do is you'll need cardio for all of your survivors, which means you'll need them to be able to run very long distances, or be able to have very, very high cardio so that they don't use so much stamina, right, when they're fighting. So, really, really big tip. When you have time, always make sure you make a kitchen for your survivors at home. Make a whole lot of snacks. Make sure you give at least 3 or 6 snacks to each one of your survivors and keep those on hand at all times. And then maybe spend like one play session taking each one of those survivors and just running in circles around your home. And as you're running, you eat the snacks right before you run out of stamina, and it'll build your stamina right back up, and just keep running. And what that's going to do is, of course, it's going to build your cardio, and it'll do it quick. So like it'll probably only take a good maybe 5 minutes or so of doing that to get up maybe 5 or 6 stars in terms of your cardio for each individual user. So the one thing you have to remember, though, if your survivor is a smoker, or somebody like a drunkard, or somebody that just won't have really good stamina, it's going to take a lot longer. So those characters, don't worry about doing it, because it'll take forever to do it. Just concentrate on all the athletic characters that are in your group. And always, pinpoint the right ones you want to use for the right type of missions and stuff. And because as you get on the higher levels of this game, you're going to need to use some kind of strategy on who you take out to do what missions, when, and with whom. So always keep that kind of thing in mind when you're playing State of Decay. But goodness, I love this game. Undead Labs, they did it again. I was honestly hoping that they'd have like another DLC, but I think they may have something up their sleeve. I've got a feeling they're gonna announce something maybe at E3, where they might have an open world version of this game, multiplayer. I think that's what they're working on. I don't think they've announced it, but I'll have to look around, maybe ask them or something like that. And before this episode is over, I am giving away a copy. So if any of you guys out there would like a copy, definitely stay tuned. And even better, if you guys want a copy, go ahead and message me, whether it is on here on Twitch at Bunny3000. Just direct message me there, or message me at Heatmag, at BJ Brown at Heatmag. That's HEEDMAG.com. And I will, just give some constructive feedback for the show or something like that, or just anything. Message me, talk about something, talk about your favorite game, give me something more than just I want the game, something. And I'll go through, the entries or whatever, and select a winner, and I will send them the key for the digital version on PC, the PC version, Steam version of the game. Okay. So, as you can see, I got a little bit of gameplay going on there, little vehicular zombicide going on. So yes, we've had so much go on, and of course this is the lull, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is. It's May, which means we've got one more month and some change, I think, a little bit more than a month left before E3. So you're not gonna see a lot of game releases between now and June. I think the next big release is probably, let's see, let's take a look and see what the next big game release is. I've got a feeling it's either Witcher or Batman. Arkham Knight is probably the next big one. Let's see, new releases. Video games 2015. Let's say May. Since we just started May, we will see what is new and ready to make it do what it do, baby. So let's see. I have no idea what any of these are. This is on a PS4 site, a PlayStation site. So we'll read some of these off. Omega Quintet, Cosmophony, Ether 1. Well, one that came out today, which is the Game of the Year edition of Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, which basically has all the DLC. Mortal Kombat X, the Ultimate Horror Pack. So basically, all of your, I guess, Mortal Kombat prayers have been answered. A lot of you guys really, really wanted to see Jason Voorhees in Mortal Kombat, and it has come to pass. I don't think they're going to release Freddy again for this Mortal Kombat, I don't think, or at least they haven't announced it. So this time you get to play as Freddy, and you get to hack apart all of your, Mortal Kombat heroes and villains and stuff, with fatalities and brutalities and all kinds of stuff. So I'm certain there's a lot of people that are streaming that now on Twitch. So you should probably go, after you check out the show, of course, go check out one of your favorite Mortal Kombat X players, and I'm certain they have the new DLC. Wolfenstein: The Old Blood is it is built off of the engine of the new Wolfenstein that came out, but I guess it's a standalone prequel, so you don't have to have the original game. So it's a smaller game, and it basically just essentially starts the story from if the Nazis basically won World War II, and then it bridges the gap between that point and where the other Wolfenstein game that came out on Next Gen basically released, or basically picked up in terms of the story. Then you've got the remastered version of Final Fantasy X and X2 HD. Project Cars, Last of Us Left Behind, which is basically I think that's a new DLC. Is that new DLC? It might be new DLC, I think. That'll be coming out May 12th. For essentially, I think it talks about the origins of the little girl. I forget what her name is. So I think that's something else that gets tacked on to some of the Last of Us. So some of you Last of Us prequel kind of people will love to dig into that. Let's see. There's another big Destiny DLC called House of Wolves that they're talking about. That's coming out May 19th. Whatever. Farming Simulator 15. For all you farming aficionados, there's that game coming out on the 19th. I have no idea why they keep making those, but people still buy them, so whatever. That's what it is. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, May 19th. I'm certain there's a ton of you guys, especially Makita and Dirty Helmato. They both are going to be all over this game come, let's see, what is that? 2 weeks from now. So, that's going to be a big release. I haven't done a whole lot of coverage on it, so I doubt we'll get an early copy of it, but we'll see. We'll talk to them and see whether that is something that they're starting to send out copies for, or see if we can get some early access. So we'll see if we can talk to them about that. Dragon Age Inquisition, their new DLC that essentially will expand the single player of that game, called Jaws of Hakan, will be out May 26th. Let's see here. Ultimate Street Fighter 4 for PS4 comes out the 26th also. Disney Infinity 2.0 for the Vita comes out. I don't know if it's this week or later. Apparently, Dying Light has a whole new DLC that'll be out sometime this month as well. And June is probably where the rest of them are. Batman will be out in June after all those delays. Goodness. Arkham Knight will be out. I will definitely be all over that. That is a big, big, big release. Elder Scrolls Online will finally hit the Xbox One and the PS4. So that will be early June on June 9th. Batman will be end of June on June 23rd. Let's see here. What else will be there? Payday 2, Crime Wave Edition. I guess that's like just a new DLC edition or whatever. Lego Jurassic Park for just about everything. Not a whole lot of releases in June because, as I said before, a lot of stuff is going to be essentially prepping for E3 or prepping for the holiday season. So you're going to have your little wave of releases basically between September, in the whole September time frame, which is highlighted by Metal Gear Solid 5, which will be in September. And then, of course, you'll have all of the new, all of the holiday releases like Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Star Wars Battlefront, the new Halo, everything. All that stuff is going to be November and December, I think. And as you well know, come December, it's just going to be Star Wars everything. So that will definitely be interesting. We will definitely see how all that goes. But yes, lots of new releases coming.
First,
that was the new releases that also came out today. So like I said before, the one of the other new releases that came out today that I didn't speak of was, and I watched a little bit of the gameplay of this earlier also. Dragon Age Inquisition. They've been releasing a lot of free content for those of you who enjoy doing the multiplayer. The multiplayer, apparently they've released a Dragon Slayer DLC. So the way this works is as you go about buying the chest, finding loot and everything, if you get all the components in the recipe together, you get like a gong or something that you can summon a dragon. And there'll be different types of dragons that you can summon. And you'll go in and it'll be like an extra mission or a map, I guess, that you will request these dragons to be a part of. And even if you don't have the recipe to summon the dragon as the end boss in that very last level, the dragon will still be a part of the level. So it'll be, breathing fire over the enemies and you at various parts. They'll have a presence in that map at all times, whether you summon it as the boss or not. And let's see, they showed some gameplay of it, and of course, everybody was oohing and awing over all of the massive rare and ultra rare loot that BioWare had and used in order to take down these large dragons. So of course it's very, very hard to do, but plenty of great rewards once you do it. So for a lot of those people who enjoy playing the multiplayer version of Dragon Age Inquisition, I'm certain you guys will be really happy about that. That'll give you more reasons to find and use more characters. I think they give you another 3 or 4 characters that you can play as well, that are, I guess you'd say, derivatives of the different fighter and mage classes and thief classes that are already on there. So it'll be very interesting to see how those characters play in multiplayer as well. Definitely more powerful, more skills, more abilities. So definitely check that out. So let's see here. What else do we have going on in the world of gaming? Five Nights at Freddy's. This guy, what's his name? Scott Cawthorn. He is probably riding on the biggest high of all. He's a one-man game developer who basically has started this huge, massive trend of horror gaming all by himself. And he's 4 games into this Five Nights at Freddy's phenomenon. And I know I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, Warner Brothers actually picked up his franchise to make a movie, which I think could be really, really good given the content that they've spoken of and used in the game. And everyone thought that that last one, which I think he released earlier this year, was the last one, but apparently it's not. Apparently this upcoming one, Five Nights at Freddy's 4, will be available on Halloween of this year. So expect the final chapter of the whole Five Nights at Freddy's saga to arrive this Halloween. And hopefully Warner Brothers does not mess up or kibosh this whole movie deal that seems like it could be really, really, really good. So yes, all you Five Nights at Freddy's fans and all those people who love watching other people get scared, you'll have your chance once again on Halloween. Maybe I'll take the plunge. I don't know. I don't like playing scary games because I just don't like doing that kind of thing. I always play at night, so that's not something I like doing, to have the headphones on with, all the noises and stuff all loud and everything. And I'm telling you, if this was something that this Scott Cawthorn guy had done on with virtual reality, I'm sorry, I definitely would not be using this. But somebody at Valve or at Sony, they just need to hire this guy and let him work on making all 4 of these Five Nights at Freddy's games in virtual reality. So you get to walk around and get scared and run away from these, these demonic looking, Chuck E. Cheese animatronic things coming after you. I'm telling you, that game would be killer. And I don't really mean that as a pun. You know what I mean. It would definitely be something that I think it'd be a classic if they could find a way to get his content for these games in some way, shape, form, and fashion in virtual reality. I think that would be perfect use of virtual reality. So yes, HTC Valve, get on that. Talk to Scott. Get him working on all that because, I don't know. We're gonna have to have a whole talk session about virtual reality. Maybe we'll bring Chris Wiltz from DesignNews.com to talk about that again, because you guys are gonna have to save up for it. Virtual reality is not gonna be cheap, especially not good virtual reality. So if you guys are looking to get it, you need to start saving up now. Now. So some of you guys actually have been able to see some of the new trailers for Batman Arkham Knight also. Apparently you're going to be able to play as or with Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, and now they've also released that in additional DLC they're going to have Batgirl. So you'll be able to take on Arkham Knight and the Sandman and the Penguin, Two-Face, and a few others out there as Batgirl as well. So let me see if I have that picture real quick, because the graphics on this game are amazing. I know some people out there are just plain Batman fans anyways, but this thing really looks gorgeous. I'm really glad they've spent the time and delayed this game as many times as they have, because so far what we've seen has really, really been impressive. And you know how it goes. They'll show all of the trailers and everything, and they'll say, "Oh, this is straight from the game engine itself. Look at how beautiful, the trailer is." But we all know that's typically never, the final product. A lot of times the trailer, it's almost the same as trying to get a a cinematic or a just one of those little in between intros or cinematics that come on in between gameplay that isn't really gameplay but always looks so much better than the actual gameplay footage that that you typically have to run through the game. And let's see if I can get that picture right quick of Batgirl DLC. So you guys can see oh, that's Injustice. We're not talking Injustice. We will see if we can. And this is a great picture. I think a lot of people will be really pleased with this rendition of Batgirl. Where is it? Ah, there she goes. Boop. So I'll put this right up here real quick. So there she is. It's Batgirl. And then see if I can get a quick picture of all. Hey, what's happening, Lord Minx? What's going on? Is that you, Carlton? I know that's you, isn't it? It's been a while. It's been a long time. Batman Arkham Knight. Let's see. It is Nightwing. Let's see if they have the picture of Nightwing and Robin and all those other characters that will be in Arkham Knight. Because I mean that I think that dynamic is going to be real interesting to see if they have I know they had Robin and Nightwing and Catwoman in, what was the last one? She's actually called Batwomen, really? I hope not. They said it was supposed to be Batgirl, so I don't know how I feel about the Batwomen thing, but whatever. Whatever they want, it's their game. Whatever they call it is whatever they call it. Oh, here it is. Here's a good picture. This doesn't have Catwoman in it, but who cares? Oh, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm doing good. Doing good. Back at it again. I'm really trying to catch up on as much as I can and get out of my system as much as I can in this coming month, because June is just going to be really busy. Probably not going to be able to do as much as I really want to, but it's June is just going to be crazy for me. So especially with E3 and trying to cover E3 as well as other stuff going on. You know how life is. Life just has a whole bunch of stuff thrown at you on some months, and June is one of my busy months. So we will see. We will see. Ah, here it is. There's the Bat along with his Batmenses, Robin and Nightwing. We'll see who else they decide to throw in there. As you can see here, I still got a little bit more of my State of Decay Year 1 survival gameplay in here. I love that game. I love it. Very good. Let me get rid of that. We don't need to keep that up there. Remove. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, definitely. I can't wait till June either. Well, let me ask you this, Lord Minx. What game in particular are you waiting for in June? Is it just E3 you're waiting for, or is it an actual game you're waiting for? Because I know, Batman Arkham Knight will be dropping at the end. And well, I guess since you're waiting until June, I guess you aren't necessarily awaiting Witcher 3, because that drops in May. So would that be what you're waiting for? Or is it E3 that you're particularly excited for? I know myself. I don't know which one I'm more excited for. I do want to play Arkham Knight. I think it'll be fun, but I've got a feeling that I'm probably gonna get stuck in it and not finish it, just like the other two Batman games. Oh, you're not waiting for a game? Yeah, I think E3 is gonna be exciting. I really do. I think there's gonna be a lot that they're gonna reveal. Even though, what is it? Nintendo isn't going to have their. I don't think Nintendo's going to have. One of the developers isn't going to have their. One of their big things going on there. Oh, your birthday's in June. You're going to Disneyland. Hey, even better. Forget E3. You'll be at Disneyland. Even better. That's awesome. Is there anything in particular you're going to get while you're there? Well, not at Disneyland. I mean, for your birthday in particular. Is there something in particular you're trying to get? And again, I'm probably assuming that it's not a game. Maybe you'll get a new system. Is there a system or a new PC in the works? Maybe a PS4, maybe a 3DS, maybe both. Oh my gosh, you're going to Ireland. Hey, that's awesome. Now that is a birthday. That's a summer to remember right there. Disneyland in Ireland. That's awesome. Yes. That is awesome. I would be excited about that as well. Yes. That's definitely cool. Magic thing? What's that? Well, what's up with the magic thing? I'm not certain I am familiar with that. You're not talking about Magic the card game. I know that can't be what it is. But I know I'm doing this little chat session with Lord Minx, you guys. But before I keep going back and forth with Lord Minx, let's see. Actually moves, but it's like, oh, it's a magic ball that moves. Oh, it's a $200 magic ball. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Yeah. That's a bit much. Well, you'll have to record your magic show once you get it all fleshed out with the magic ball that moves and everything. But also, one of the other things, ladies and gentlemen, I did want to talk about. I know I wish I had the show last week so that I could remind everybody that last week was free. Last Saturday was free comic book day. Oh, I know. A lot of you guys probably didn't even either don't have a comic book store near you, or you just forgot completely that it was that week. But I did manage to come out or get out there and get a few comics. I got a couple of graphic novels finally. If you guys, I know some of you guys remember Injustice, of course, the video game, but I think the graphic novel is like 10 times better than the any of the storylines that DC has been doing. Yes, I'm sorry, Lord Minx, you missed it. It was this past Saturday. I got a few comics, but that were free. But of course, they always have the disclaimer. They're like, oh, only take 3 so that other people will have the ability to, take advantage of the free comics and everything. So I managed to get volume 1 and 2 of Injustice, the graphic novels. Yay for me. So I'll finally be able to read and get caught up on that, because the storyline in Injustice, in case you didn't know, is probably one of the better storylines that DLC has done and has continued to do in the past, 3 or 4 years, I want to say. This came out in, let's see. This came out in 2013. So yeah. For the last couple of years, DC has continued this whole Injustice thing. And if you don't know, if you haven't played the game, I'll tell you like the first like few minutes or seconds or whatever of the whole storyline. Let me just put it to you this way. Superman and Batman are chasing all over, I think it's Metropolis, trying to catch the Joker because they found out that the Joker has like a nuke or some bomb someplace. So they have to catch him and get him so that he doesn't detonate it. Well, the Joker is much smarter than both Batman and Superman, and he loves seeing the expression on their face. So he manages to have it set up so that when they catch him, he detonates the bomb so that they both get a front row seat to seeing the complete destruction of Metropolis. Just off top. Boom. Gets caught. Superman actually gets so mad and so pissed off at that moment that he kills the Joker. Just outright. Boom. And Superman snaps. And that launches into this massive storyline where Superman basically says, you know what? The way you humans are doing it is wrong. I'm not letting this happen ever again. I'm taking over. You guys follow me. So essentially he becomes a dictator over the world. He unifies all of the nations and he says anybody who's against me, they'll be in trouble, of course. So, of course, a lot of other superheroes fall in line. Wonder Woman goes with them. Cyborg goes with them, I think. A few other superheroes go with them. But, of course, Batman says hell no. So, Batman kind of leads this uprising of superheroes against Superman. And, of course, Superman is Superman. He's not dumb. He knows how to take care of business. And he basically ends up killing and having other heroes killed in order to maintain order, as he calls it. And I think even Lex Luthor helps him or something like that. I can't remember. But basically, that's how the story starts. Superman is like the end-all be-all, and he rules Earth. So yeah, that is a storyline that you can definitely see how many different directions it could probably go. So I'm definitely digging into this soon. I really want to read it. A lot of people have always told me that it's good. I put a lot of people onto it before I've even read it, simply because of knowing what the storyline was about. I also got, because I've got a little babe girl that I want to get into comics, and she loves reading, so I got her a few. So I got this one called Cleopatra in Space. Haven't tried it yet. I don't know. It apparently has won a lot of not won a lot of awards, but it's gotten a lot of good reviews apparently. I got a little free comic book day, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for my sons. They can tear this apart and take a look at it. I don't know how good it'll be, but there it is. My wife and I are old fans of the cartoon Jim and the Holograms, and as you know, it is coming to movie theaters as a live action movie. So they restarted the comic book, and this is one of the first issues. I doubt this will be worth a whole lot of money, but it'll be worth more than the $4, especially since it's getting relaunched. Hopefully the movie's good. If the movie's good, this will be worth something. So, of course, I have my fingerprints all over it. Descender. I do not know what this comic book is about. My sister got all geeked up over it. She heard that the comic book stores are having a hard time keeping this on the shelves. So all you comic book fans, get at me. Let me know what this is about. My sister got me a copy of the first one. This is the second printing, unfortunately, so it's not as valuable as the first printing. But apparently, if you can find the first printing at your comic book store, get it. Descender by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. I can't pronounce that. It's Image. Okay, check that out. Of course, Marvel, they're starting all of their Superman comics. So here is a issue 4 of Darth Vader. They're doing Princess Leia. They're doing Lando. They're doing Boba Fett. I forget who else they're doing. Here is issue 12 of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. I was very, very sad that the new Spider-Man isn't going to be Miles Morales. Apparently, it's going to be a younger Spider-Man. What is it called? Spider-Man: The New Avenger, the new movie they're going to do. So, whatever. Here's another Storm. This is Storm issue 10. I've heard that the storyline isn't necessarily that great, but I'm going to continue to try it out and see how good it is. So, issue 10. For all you Sleepy Hollow fans out there, the Fox series, they have their own comic book. Here is issue 1 of the Sleepy Hollow comic book. And yes, Lord Minx, Marvel has Star Wars now, so they're doing Star Wars comic books. Yes, yes, yes. I think Dark Horse lost the license a couple of years back or something like that. So Marvel is now doing a whole new line of Star Wars comics. And here is Spider-Woman, issue 6. Not certain why my sister got me this one, but I was never a big Spider-Woman fan. But here it is, issue 6. I will check it out. If it's good, it's good. Again, I do want to hype Daredevil. Yes, Daredevil. If you haven't checked it out, go watch that show. Very, very great show. Very, very good. So yeah, there's a lot of comic books there I gotta read. I still have to catch up on all the new Falcons / Captain America, the all new Captain America issues. I was really liking that. The Superior Iron Man, I got to catch up on that as well. I love that storyline as far as it's gone, as far as I've read it. So we will see how that goes. But I did get a chance to see Avengers Ultron this past weekend. And it is very, very interesting. And I don't want to say too much about it if you haven't watched it, but I will say this. For those of you guys who know the story, know how Ultron is, how powerful Ultron was in the comics, they kind of made Ultron out to be a wimp. He didn't seem very powerful in the movie, but I will say this. I don't want to give any spoilers to anybody, but I will say this: Ultron should not be making jokes, and the Ultron I was hoping for was not in this movie. I will say that. That's all I'm gonna say. It's still a great movie. It's still great. There's a lot of Easter eggs about a lot of the other shows and movies and everything all throughout this movie. You know, there's great action. The story is still good. I can see where they're going with it and what they're going to do. So, it's still a good movie. Don't get me wrong. But I still think Ultron was not diabolical or difficult enough in this movie, in my eyes. But definitely go see it. All of you, Avengers fans, if you're an Avenger fan, if you liked Avengers, you'll still like this movie. I don't necessarily put it on the same tier as the first Avengers movie. It's not there. Mainly probably because we've already gotten that whole wow factor out of the way with all those big names and all those big characters for the first time in a movie like that. And maybe that's part of the reason why, but there's just something else that doesn't quite put this on the same level as the first movie. But you guys go check it out. Maybe we'll talk about it with Dirty Helmato and Makita next week. Maybe we can get, because I know Makita has seen it. I think Jason may have seen it. I can't remember. I haven't had a chance to talk to him in a little bit. But I'm certain by next week, by next show, he will have seen it. So maybe we'll get some deep down nitty gritty talk about Easter eggs, the upcoming movies that are coming, because I have my theory about what they're going to do. I think it kind of has to do with the last Iron Man. Lord Minx asked me, who is my favorite Avenger? Wow. I would have to say of the original, what is it, 4 or 5 in the first movie? Wow, that's a hard one. Captain America is too. You say Captain America. Captain America is too bland for me, unfortunately. I think Robert Downey does a great job of owning Iron Man, so I'd still kind of have to say Iron Man. I know that's probably, what a lot of people say, a fluff answer, but for now, I say Iron Man is probably my favorite. But as a character in general, favorite Avenger, I'd probably have to say the Hulk. I think there's a lot more around that character and what they can do with him and his story, and like World War Hulk in the comic book is such an amazing story. I really, really hope and wish that they would find a way to be able to do that and weave it into all this Infinity War, Civil War stuff. But I don't think they're going to have the time or the money or the resources to do it, which is amazing to say with as many movies as they're doing. But I say character-wise, the Hulk. Movie-wise, I say Iron Man. I'll have to leave that as my answer for you, Lord Minx. But yes, Avengers Ultron, it was good. Let's see, I saw something else. If you guys have not been keeping up with Orphan Black, you've got to get up on it. They're starting to really dig into what this next season is going to be all about. We're into episode 3. So the Clone Club is really starting to get into the real meat and potatoes of the season finally. So definitely catch up. If you haven't caught up yet, definitely go and catch up every Saturday on BBC America at I think 9 o'clock. Orphan Black. Very, very, very good show. Catch up on it. Somehow I will figure out how to catch up and watch some Arrow and some Flash or something like that. I might have to take a whole vacation to watch all of those because there's just too many of them at this point. It's 3 seasons in at this point, right? So that's kind of difficult. We'll have to see how that goes. But Daredevil isn't that far along. So if you haven't watched Daredevil, go catch up and watch Daredevil. Very, very good. I think the next Defenders show is going to be I think either Jessica Jones or Luke Cage. I think I want to see Luke Cage first, but it's one of those two. So, okay, you like Captain America because he doesn't have powers, because he doesn't need one. He's the perfect soldier, strong physically and mentally. Oh, and you think Captain America's hot. Let's see. Yeah, I can see that. For a while, I was kind of in that same boat until I learned a bit more about the character Black Panther, who I kind of like as well. He's kind of in a different level, and it seems as if his ability and his power when it comes to becoming an Avenger surpasses even Captain America, because he's taken down a number of the Avengers in a lot of encounters in the comic book, and I didn't recognize they wrote him in to the Marvel universe to be as powerful as he is, especially with utilizing vibranium, which Captain America's shield is made out of. He knows vibranium, he knows how to use it, he knows the technology for it. So I still have Black Panther just over Captain America when it comes to, my favorite. And I'm hoping the movie does him justice. I really do. It's a big opportunity. And I really want it to be good. I'm hoping it will be. With Mr. Ernie Hudson and what's his name? I think his name is it Chadwick Boseman, I think, is the name of the guy who's going to be playing Black Panther. He was Hank Aaron in what was it? Was it Hank Aaron? No, it's not Hank Aaron. Jackie Robinson, I'm sorry, in 42. And he played something else also. Sorry, my wife is actually telling me who he was. What did you say, babe? That's right. He was in the James Brown movie for the few people who probably actually saw that movie. But he's been in a few other movies as well. But I'm certain once you guys see him, you'll probably recognize him. He's been in some stuff recently. Yes, that's another good reason to have Captain America as a favorite. Yeah, he was your first comic book read, so that was probably your gateway drug into comics. So yes, definitely that's a good reason for him to be your favorite. Definitely. I think for myself, when I was reading comic books, my only comic books I had when I first started reading was Green Lantern, G.I. Joe, and what was the other one I read a lot of? Well, Green Lantern and Green Arrow. So I loved Green Lantern. So you can imagine how disappointed I am right now. And that was about it. I really stuck to those, and then I really stole my sister's comics because she read a lot of X-Men. So I would read her comics because she knew what comics to read, and there were so many different arcs and storylines and all this other kind of stuff. So I just read her X-Men, and I love X-Men. So when it came to the Avengers, I really didn't read the Avengers that much back then. So I wasn't into Captain America. I didn't care for Thor. She loved Spider-Man. I kind of liked Spider-Man, so I read some of the Spider-Man comics. And I mean, he was part of the Avengers as well, and will be in the upcoming movies. Again, I didn't know anything about Black Panther, but he was an Avenger also. I didn't know anything about Hawkeye. I hated his costume, so I didn't care for Hawkeye. Black Widow, didn't know anything about her, so she was just kind of there. Fury, same thing. Yeah, I think everyone was disappointed in Green Lantern. Who else is well, the Hulk. I mean, I think everyone loved the Hulk back then anyways, even if they didn't have the comic book, just mainly because of the TV show. So, that was definitely something. Yeah, what was it? Was that who did him? That wasn't Ryan Reynolds, was it? You know what? That's going to make me look it up again. Because I hated him also. That was... Yeah, it was Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was horrible in that movie. But of course, they are giving him a second chance. Or technically a third chance. Because he played Deadpool in what was it, X-Men Wolverine Origins, and since they're redoing Deadpool, they're giving him a second chance at Deadpool. So let's hope that they don't give him a second chance at Green Lantern. I know it's completely different movie studio, but let's hope that when it comes to Justice League, that they don't cast him as Green Lantern, and that they actually go and let somebody else, be Green Lantern. But apparently, let's see, it says, and this is comicbook.com, because I love this website. If you guys are looking for a good website, comicbook.com is a really, really good song. Screen Rant is another one. But apparently Warner Brothers is reportedly looking to cast Jon Stewart, who basically is the Black Green Lantern, for the Green Lantern movie that's supposed to be out in 2020. Good Lord, that is so far away. I know that Tyrese has been campaigning a lot, asking around and asking to be Jon Stewart. So I know a lot of people don't want to see him as that, but it's whatever. So yes, Jon Stewart apparently may be the new Green Lantern. Maybe they'll end up making Green Lantern Corps. I don't know. And also, this is very interesting. Something that was just shown what was this, yesterday? Apparently, let's see, Fox 5 Atlanta says that Seth Gilliam, who plays Father Gabriel on The Walking Dead, was arrested for DUI, speeding, and drug possession just yesterday. So that is ew. Yeah. We'll have to go back and check and confirm and see whether that's true, but they've got a mugshot right there of Mr. Gilliam. So this past Sunday, ew, that's horrible. He was speeding at over 100 miles per hour. Goodness. What's up with that? Mr. Seth Gilliam. Get it together, man. Get it together. Next thing you know, they'll off your character, which actually wouldn't be a bad thing. They're probably going to off his character anyway. Maybe they did. I don't know. Goodness. Ugh. So yes, breaking news in case you haven't seen or heard. What is it past season 4? Yeah, I think what season are they on? They're on season 5. They will be on season 5 when it comes back, I think. So goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe he found out that he got cut or killed or something like that in the first episode or something. I don't know. Who knows? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? What I really want to do, I really want to give you guys a quick look at the entire Suicide Squad cast, because this is an amazing cast. I don't know anything about this comic book aside from the fact that Harley Quinn and what's his name, the Joker, are gonna be in this movie. So it's a bunch of villains, right? And it's DC. They're related to, I guess, loosely to the Joker. So he's gonna make an appearance in there. So Will Smith is gonna be in this as one of the characters. So it makes me kind of interested just to see why he decided to take on this type of role, considering it's a superhero movie and there's a lot of characters. He's not going to be the main character. He's going to be kind of like a, not an off character, but he's not going to be the main character. So as my State of Decay gameplay is kind of stuck, I will move that out of the way in a little bit. But take a look here. And let me see if I can read off and let you guys see who is who. Well, we know that Jared Leto is going to be playing the Joker. I'll show you his picture in just a moment. I think a lot of people did not like that picture that they put out for him. Margot Robbie is going to be Harley Quinn. Will Smith will be Deadshot. Jai Courtney will be Captain Boomerang. Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag. Cara Delevingne, I don't know how to pronounce her name, as Enchantress, and the one that I think is the most interesting, Viola Davis is going to be the Wall, Amanda Waller, which is going to be a very, very, very good role for her. That's kind of like DC's version of the Kingpin. Very, very intelligent villain, very, very powerful, had a very, very powerful presence, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and they've said that she is perfect perfect to play this role. The one real question I think everyone's going to have is whether she's going to put on a lot of weight, because apparently this character is, you know, just like Kingpin, kind of overweight, kind of hefty, kind of big. She has a very big presence in the comic book. So it'll be interesting to see if they make her put on weight, or if she's going to put on any weight for this role. So yes, that is a picture of Suicide Squad. Let me see if I can get that picture of the Joker, because I really, I don't know if I like it. It's definitely a weird kind of diabolical look, but it's got all these tattoos, and you know, he's got like these fillings or whatever in his mouth, and he's holding his head, and I don't know. Let's see if I can find it real quick. And he tweeted out the picture, so you know this is official. Let's see, is this real? Oh, no, that's Joker voice. Images. Joker. No. It's definitely creepy. You know, I'll give him that. The picture that he sent out is definitely creepy. Ah, here it is. Here it is. They may make her put on weight or surgery. Yeah, you know, they might end up putting like maybe a bodysuit on her. I could see them doing that just to get over, because you know, like I said, Waller is big. So to have her just be and not be as big, I don't think would be advisable. I don't think. Let me get this out of the way. And let's put up this picture of the Joker. Where did I put it? Jared. Here's one right next to the other one right here. So there he is. He's got all those tattoos all over him. He's got the little fillings. You know, the hair's there. I don't know. I think I need some other expressions or something, you know, to really be able to make heads or tails out of whether I like this, you know, this visual of the Joker. So he's definitely creepy looking in this particular one, but I've seen a lot of people make more fun of it than actually be happy with it. So we will see. We will see. So yes, that is the Joker. Let's see here. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's probably all we will try to cover today. We will try to save all the good debate and all that other kind of stuff for next week. When we actually hopefully have the full crew, we will dig into some Marvel. I'll try to see if I can do some reading over the weekend, power through some of these comics that we have here, so I'll actually be able to discuss some of that with some of you guys, and maybe even get a little bit more of the gameplay in there. I've been kind of lax on that. I haven't really done a lot of sessions in the past couple of weeks, at least, aside from the State of Decay over that one weekend. So I do have a game that's in early access called Vector Drive that I'm supposed to be previewing. I think I have a beta code coming for World of Warships, so hopefully I'll be able to get that soon. And again, some of you guys out there, if you are interested, like I said before, I will give you guys maybe until, we'll do it this way, we will go until Thursday. Okay, so by Thursday, you guys, I would like for you to send me an email or send me a direct message here on Twitch at bjbrown@heedmag.com. That's HEEDMAG.com. Tell me what you liked about this episode. Tell me what you want to see at E3. Tell me whether you like or dislike, the new look for the Joker. Tell me if you've read Descender. Tell me some other comic books that you think I might enjoy. Just give me some feedback, ladies and gentlemen. Give me something constructive, something I can read, something I can sink my teeth into. And I will take and pick and choose from the people who follow those instructions, and they will get a free copy of State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition for the PC. I have one special key for one lucky winner. So this Thursday, probably, I want to say maybe by 9 p.m. I will select one at least by 9 p.m. on Thursday. So, ladies and gentlemen, go follow me at Buddy3000 on Twitter and on here on Twitch as well. Also follow HeedMag Geekswagg here on Twitch as well, which is HEED Geekswagg with 2 G's. Here on Twitch as well as on Twitter. And just follow everybody. Follow Ladies of the Round Table. Again, thank you to the LORT Nation for having us here on the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. Love you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for spending time. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Ghost. I am Ghost. I am Ghost. And oh, it's Ed. What's up, Ed? Yes. And yes, go follow my boy Ed Johnson in the RD. What's going on, Holmes? I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight. I'm out. Deuces.